It's Thursday afternoon in Seattle. It's very early on Friday in Ukraine. Here is today's Russia-Ukraine war update. We're just going to go ahead and dive right into it. It was another day of very high operational tempo. Russia carried out over 200 attacks. And again, they have very little to show for all of the offensive effort. Let's go take a look at the map. We're going to go ahead and start in the Kursk Oblast of Russia, where Ukrainian forces still control about 45 square kilometers of territory. We have some new geolocations in Guevo. I've been telling you that Russian propagandists, such as Wargonzo, have been saying fighting has continued in this village, that Ukrainian forces still have a presence. We have Ukrainian forces geolocated here, and we have Russian forces geolocated here. There was also geospatial intelligence, that's satellite imagery, that showed a large number of what we would call combat-related fires along this line here. Now, yesterday, if you watched the update, we had this area as under Russian control. Those fires indicate that Ukrainian forces are further south than reported. So we moved the line of conflict west to where these Russian positions are, and we moved it further south based on that geospatial intelligence. Next, let's talk about what's going on in Chasiv Yar. Russia has launched a series of pretty large armored offensives starting on March 7th into the city, and they've been unsuccessful. Ukrainian forces have improved their positions. They now have firm control of most of what we would call the downtown area. Russian troops are still occupying the factory, which is east of there. Ukrainian forces also have cleared all of the Russian troops that were in this area south of this swimming pond. Next, we'll head to the Pavrovsk area of operation and southeast of the city. Ukrainian forces had good control of Lisvika and had been pushing both to the east and to the south. There were a couple of geolocations today that showed Russian forces were back in the village, something that we're not sure on, and I've asked an analyst to dig into, but we didn't have it ready for today's video, is when were those videos recorded? Are they new videos or are they older videos from March? The weather has been pretty consistent, so it is making weather confirmation. That's one of the ways we figure out time. Oh, it was raining today. It was cloudy that day. It was sunny that day. The weather's been pretty consistent, cloudy. So it's making it very hard to weather confirm these videos. So we're digging into that. We did expand the gray area, indicating there is a Russian presence. We may pull that back tomorrow, or we may move this line of conflict up further north tomorrow. If we move further south into the Donetsk Oblast, Russian forces have been trying to advance north out of Andrika in this area with armored columns, and they have just been wiped out over and over again. So Russia decided to do something different. They tried to advance west out of Andrika on this road, and right around this area here, they got completely wiped out by Ukrainian drones and artillery. We expanded the gray area, showing that they did move into that zone, but Russian forces were not able to establish any new positions. The last area I want to talk about is this village here, and I am not going to attempt to say its name, seeing how there is only one vowel there. Russia doesn't control the village, and Ukraine doesn't control the village. However, the situation for Ukraine has been getting progressively worse through the week. One Ukrainian officer wrote on Telegram, "The village is all but lost." We're not moving the line of conflict, and we just don't have like a color scheme that we have on the map to go, well, this is more Russia than more Ukraine. So it's left as contested. But the reality is Russia is tightening the grip on this village. And that's it. That's all that happened despite over 200 attacks. The line of conflict is becoming rather static. This is good news for Ukraine, as we've been seeing big Russian advances, particularly in the second half of 2024. We're not seeing that now. And that's what we know. Just as a reminder, TikTok may go away on Saturday. I got no idea. Doesn't seem anybody has any idea what's going to happen. If you want to continue to get truth-based, accurate news, you can always follow us in other places. It seems like the TikTok gods don't like me mentioning the other places. Malcontent out.